Hi everybody, it's Kim and we're back in Kim's kitchen. So thank you very much for joining me back in here again. We are on we're in series 1, making dill pickles. And this is the second part for making the pickles. So let's get started. If you remember already from my first video, you've got your dill pickles. I've used six mini cucumbers. And I've got some garlic here, and I'm using a clove about this size, just so you can see. And I've chopped it up very finely, so I've used my sharp knife on my cutting board here, and I've chopped my garlic up really finely. Now, you don't need to mince your garlic because it's going to get a little bit too strong, and we're going to put it in the jar, and it'll do its thing just from chopping, okay? And then I've got my salt handy, and I've got my dill handy. And I've already got the pickles in the jar. So I'm just using some plain little jars. You might like to use a leftover jar, or you might like to use a canning jar with a ring and lid. But the pickles are already in. They're all sliced about this thick, about a 1/4 inch thick, and I shoved them in the jars. Now, feel free to shake them down, shove them in the jars, pack them in. And you don't need any room left over. So just put them in there, because when we pour that vinegar on top, they're going to tend to start floating a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my garlic in next. And each one is going to have just 1 clove. And it comes out to about 1 teaspoon of garlic. So I'm just going to put that in the jars, put it on top of the jar. And then the same with this one. So I'm only splitting between 2 jars here. So I'm just taking that garlic and putting it on top. And that comes out to about 1 teaspoon of chopped garlic. Now the next thing we're going to do is put in our salt. And I'm using about 1/2 teaspoon of salt for each jar. Just plop it on top. And this is Himalayan sea salt, pink sea salt. So that's in. Now, if you're on a salt-reduced diet and you're worried about your salt intake, do reduce the salt. I mean, you need it to make the pickles tasty and all that, but you don't need as much as I'm putting in. You'll find them to be quite salty. So after that, we're also going to put in some dill. I got some nice dill willet here. Make sure you smell it to make sure it's nice and strong smelling. And I'm just putting 1/2 teaspoon of the dill weed in each jar. Boom, it's in. And then I'm just using white vinegar, nothing special. And it's going to take about 1.5 cups of vinegar per jar. And I'm just going to pour it on top until it's full. Oop. There it goes. It's pretty full right up to the top. And the same thing with this one. Okay, so it's full. Now what we're going to do is just take your lid and stick it on top. Give the jar a good shake, because then the dill and the salt, just turn it upside down, the dill and the salt and the garlic will mix itself all between the cucumbers. And the same thing with this one. Now how easy is this, eh? Did I tell you it was easy? It's easy. Okay, and if I just turn it upside down, then the dill will go to the bottom, and so will the garlic. Now what are we going to do? Done. We are going to stick these in the fridge until tomorrow. In 24 hours, you are going to have your pickles are done. Okay, they're very tasty and crispy and ready to be eaten. So check back with me tomorrow, and actually, I should say for the next video. Check back with me for the next video, and I'll be talking about how you can use these pickles. But, you know, and we're going to be tasting them. I'm going to be pulling them right out of my own jars and tasting them and seeing how I like them. And you'll be able to do the same thing. So just, like I said, put it on the lid, give them a good shake, put them in the fridge, and see you back in 24 hours. And if you have any comments or questions, do let me know. Put them down below. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe and share this channel. Share this video with other people. Okay? And we'll be back for some more fun as we taste these pickles tomorrow. Bye for now. Love you.